Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. I've got some really intriguing news that's got NFL circles buzzing, especially among Commanders fans eager for a game-changing move. The whispers in the league suggest that the San Francisco 49ers might be looking to trade one of their key offensive weapons, tight end George Kittle, to the Washington Commanders. And let's be honest, this kind of move could completely shake up the NFC East and alter the trajectory of the Commanders' quest for a Super Bowl. So, what's the scoop? According to multiple sources close to the league, the 49ers, who are currently sitting at a 10-6 record but dealing with some injury issues, are open to trading Kittle. The deal being floated involves the 49ers sending Kittle to Washington in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 draft and a fifth-rounder in 2027. In return, the 49ers would be freeing up about $16 million in salary cap space, which they could then redirect toward bolstering their defensive line or offensive line, areas they've been prioritizing to keep their Super Bowl window open. Now, let's talk about Kittle himself. This guy is a true unicorn at the tight end position, a player who can block like a lineman and catch like a top receiver. Over his career, he's hauled in 512 receptions for about 800 yards, and has scored 38 touchdowns. The advanced stats tell us he's not just a red zone threat. He's a game changer with a PFF grade of 89.5, reflecting his consistency and high-level play. In 2025, Kittle's production was still impressive, with 80 catches for 950 yards and 7 touchdowns, despite dealing with a hamstring injury that limited him to 14 games reminiscent of his 2019 campaign, where he amassed over 10 yards. His run-blocking grade of 85 and yards after catch of 400 make him a nightmare for defenses, especially when you consider his EPA per target of 0.28, which shows how efficiently he contributes to the offense. But why would the 49ers consider trading Kittle now? Well, they've been very transparent about their cap situation and their focus on building a balanced team, especially on the defensive front and the offensive line. The 49ers tend to prioritize cap space for their front seven, and with Kittle's cap hit, they could be looking to free resources to keep their team competitive in the long run. Despite their recent strong form, going 4-1 in their last 5 games, there's a sense that they're ceding some flexibility for future seasons, especially with the looming need to re-sign key players and address injuries. Now, what about the impact on Washington? Well, adding Kittle to their tight end core would be a massive upgrade, especially considering their struggles at the position, where they've been operating with a 45% success rate on third downs. Kittle would immediately become a focal point, projected to rack up around 800 yards and contribute roughly plus 10% to their EPA per run, which is huge for a team that's been looking for consistency and explosive plays. His presence alone would generate mismatches against linebackers, and his ability to stretch the field and create yards after the catch could be the boost the Commanders need to elevate their offense into the top-tier category. Looking at the current stats, Kittle's impact versus his opponents would be noticeable. He averages plus 5 yards per route compared to the current tight ends on the roster, creating mismatches with linebackers and safeties alike. Plus, he's a proven red zone threat, adding around 6 touchdowns, a number that could grow in Washington's offense. The potential for a scheme that maximizes his versatility, blocking when needed, receiving when called upon, would revitalize Washington's offensive attack. It's similar to what Travis Kelce does for the Kansas City Chiefs, a true X-factor who can turn the game around in an instant. And let's not forget the playoff implications. Kittle's addition would significantly improve Washington's chances of competing deep into January. His blocking prowess, which has shown a plus 15% efficiency boost during red zone plays, becomes vital in tight games. His presence on the field could help stabilize the offense, especially in high-pressure situations. The impact on third-down conversions alone would be noticeable, as Kittle's ability to make contested catches and gain yards after the catch allows the Commanders to extend drives and control the tempo of their games. Now, diving into the bigger picture, this move could also make Washington a more balanced team overall. Currently, their offense is somewhat predictable, and their red zone efficiency could use a boost. Adding a player of Kittle's caliber would make defenses think twice, providing more space for the rushing game and opening up the passing lanes. It's a strategic move that fits well with the team's long-term plan of building an explosive and versatile offense, especially with a quarterback like Sam Howell developing and seeking more weapons. From a Super Bowl perspective, acquiring Kittle would also have an interesting psychological effect. It could shorten the odds of Washington winning the title, moving them from plus 3,000 to around plus 1,900, similar to the recent boost the Eagles experienced after acquiring Dallas Goedert. Kittle's reputation as a clutch performer and a reliable target in big moments would give the Commanders a new level of confidence, especially in playoff scenarios where tight ends have historically been game changers. Of course, skepticism remains among some analysts. Critics question whether the 49ers are truly motivated to trade Kittle or if they're simply testing the waters. The team has been successful lately, and some argue they might want to hold on to Kittle for their playoff push. But the fact that they're considering this trade indicates they are weighing their options carefully, with a focus on future flexibility and cap management. As for Washington, this potential acquisition is a bold move that could redefine their offensive identity. Imagine a scheme where Kittle's ability to block and receive allows for more creative play calling, including play-action passes that keep defenses honest. His presence could also elevate the development of younger players, giving the team a blueprint for a balanced attack that can adapt to different game situations. In conclusion, this trade scenario, if it comes to fruition, would be a game-changer for the Washington Commanders. It's a bold statement, a clear indication that they're serious about contending and willing to make bold moves to accelerate their rebuild. For fans dreaming of a deep playoff run or even a Super Bowl appearance, the addition of George Kittle could be the piece that finally pushes them over the edge. The NFL is all about stars making stars, and Kittle is one of those players who can elevate an entire team. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster trade? Do you think Kittle would be the perfect fit for the Commanders? Or do you believe the 49ers might hold on to him, especially with a playoff push in sight? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters, not only to us but to the future of this franchise. Remember, I'll be back soon with even more updates and insights, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. The team is evolving, and the potential of adding a player like Kittle might just be the spark that ignites a new chapter in Washington's NFL story. This season could be one of the most exciting yet, and if this move happens, it's going to be a game changer, no doubt about it.